most people are not actually born with diseases that often attack or afflict them. A good number of these diseases, are started either through our lifestyle or food choices. And so one of such diseases is asthma. Asthma is a kind of cough that a good number of people are afflicted with. And when the attack comes, the affected person coughs, helplessly and uncontrollably. And most times they have to use an inhaler and hold it as a lifesaver to push the inflammations or whatever that is happening within them, to push it backwards and give them some relief. But those reliefs are usually symptomatic and not always the long enduring and lasting solution. It is best to follow a lifestyle and diet that will not kickstart diseases like asthma, which happens around the respiratory tract or the bronchioles. And like in an earlier video, we heard that ailments that affects our respiratory tract or that region, our heart, is always life-threatening. And asthma is not one of such ailments. And we could reverse existing one, or reduce frequency of attacks, or even prevent it. A good number of people develop the disease at old age. Most people, it started maybe when they were very young and tender, a good number of them. But I want to share a few of the things that we could do, food choices, to help. The top 3 foods, the fourth one is a common one that we know about, that should be around you, or you should consume daily or regularly if you suspect that you are afflicted by asthma, or to prevent it. Number 1 is onions. Onions is an alkalining food. Ensure to include it in your regular or daily diet. Don't be affected by the price or whatever of onions. It's one of your best friends if you want to reduce frequency of attack. Lightly cooked onions in your regular diet. Number 2, ginger. You need to include this anti-inflammatory spice regularly in your diet in order to reduce inflammations, because inflammation of your lungs and the respiratory tract triggers an attack. And then the next one is garlic. These are 3 top common foods, but I'll give us more of the foods that we need to also include on a regular basis in order to reduce frequency of attack. But the top 3, top on the list, are this garlic, ginger, onions. And then you must also include the turmeric. It's a top inflammation fighting spice that where it wasn't even known several years ago. But try to include it. Make tea with it. You can combine it with your ginger, as we know, to make your tea, or add it to flavor your food, but reduce trans fat. Processed foods and trans fat that comes from bread, biscuits. Stay away from them. They are one of your worst enemies. Fried food is on the top of the list of your worst enemies. Don't fry anything. Reduce your salt, especially refined table salt. They are stressors. Reduce your intake of too much spices. Spices are good, but don't overdo it. Reduce the carbonated, or stay off the carbonated drinks and beverages. When others are taking it, just walk away. There are a lot of other inflammation-causing food, especially in the processed category, you need to stay off if you want to reverse or prevent onset of asthma. Then oils like, or remedies or herbs like mint, they should be your friend. They are respiratory herbs. Eucalyptus, you can have them as occasionally when you feel the place. You don't have to go to a dusty place. That's one of the top secrets. Don't go near to where there is dust or fumes or smoke. When they are frying things around, don't go near to that area. It can cause a trigger. And so, to avoid triggers or even an onset of asthma, you need to guard against these things and then reduce the processed foods in your diet. Don't forget, moderation remains our rule. Don't go near the caffeine, like black teas, some of the caffeinated teas. Some are asking about walnuts, bitter cola. Anything that contains caffeine, beware of it. You don't have to take it too much. You can take a little once in a week or once in 2 weeks in order to not to miss out the benefits. But don't embrace it like other people are doing, because it is a source of naturally occurring caffeine. And caffeine is not one of the foods that you should make your friend if you are battling with asthma, or you want to even prevent it from kickstarting your own life. If you get a good honey is good. If you can pair it with some of the the spices we mentioned, like ginger, pairing it, it's good. Black seed is also one of the seeds that helps fight inflammations. You can mix your black seed with honey and use it, because it's a source of plant-based protein. And most of the plant-based protein, they are your friends also, because they are not as difficult to digest like the animal proteins. Other low-calorie veggies that you need to include for the asthmatics are vegetables like cabbage, vegetables like bell peppers, carrots, cauliflower. All the low-calorie vegetables, they are all great for managing asthma. And these are just a few of them. There are several other low-calorie veggies that you need to include. Peppers like cayenne pepper, to continue to improve blood circulation, because proper blood circulation is important. Fighting inflammations too. And if you like this tip or this message, follow me for more.